Now, Russell, you got to call the previous round of
McHale
Harrison.
I did, and the interesting thing about that match was they went 6-0 in deciding points. So when the stakes were highest, they picked up their game, and that led to the win, really. That was the difference in the match against a very good team, as you mentioned.
And would you think that, well, from that match, did they stay on the baseline? After the serve, we see Christian just pounding down. Big serve down the tee, but were they?
I think we'll see Christina stay back.
Okay.
I think we'll see Christian really try to control the net. He's got a pretty explosive first step, and he will try his best to make his presence felt in every point. Now for you, as a you're a five-time Grand Slam mixed doubles champion in your career, playing with different partners. What's different about, obviously you're playing with a woman and against a woman on the other side of the court, but how does that change sort of the chemistry of the match?
Well, I still think communication is imperative between your partner and yourself.
Harrison.
It's a nice start comfortable start for Christian Harrison.
Which is why once she starts back, and she will here, you won't see her move forward as much.
15.
So I know that the very first time I played a mixed doubles match and at Roland Garros, didn't win, was unsuccessful, but as soon as I came off the court, my coach pulled me aside, rather abruptly, mind you. But he was extremely unhappy because I played doubles on the court and I didn't, on some of the bigger points, look towards going at the gal up the other end.
Right.
That I just kept going towards the same gender. And he said, you know, the goal is to try and win the match. So if there is a short ball, you should be putting it past the gal up the other end.
You came to learn that he had a point because you figured it out.
Definitely, and playing with some of the pairs, partners that I did, one of which probably the highlight for me in all of my doubles matches, mixed and men's doubles, was actually playing with Martina Navratilova.
Got to the final here at the US Open.
We got to the final. We won Wimbledon, and then we came here and we lost in the final actually to my doubles partner, Todd Woodbridge, and Helena Sukova.
That was an all Hall of Fame doubles final.
It was. Well,
Helena Sukova in the latest class.
That's very true.
Mattek-Sands.
So Martina, actually, when I did pair up with her, I mean, if I didn't, on a short ball, go through the gal at the other end, she would be back at me saying, you know,
what are you doing?
We're not playing for sheep stations here. This is the Wimbledon title we are trying to win. And so, and if a pair stayed on the baseline, she'd be like, you know, it's not that I needed help going forward anyway, but, you know, she'd be like, come on, we're moving forward. Just like Jamie Murray tried. It's worth a challenge.
And if form holds from the quarterfinals, Christian Harrison, you'll see him moving a lot on the McHale serve, really trying to be a distraction. And here's the chase review. That ball's in. They're going to replay the point.
And in actual fact, in that first point, Christian went across a little early. Jamie was able to see it. And that's the role of the male, is to try and get involved up at net, help out their partner serving.
But that's actually what Christina McHale wants. She wants a look at the open court. She's very capable of finding that down the line pass.
Murray, Mattek-Sands challenging the ball. Right baseline.
Got another chase for you. They're going to challenge again.
Well, I can say that Jamie Murray's had a tough day. His partner, Bruno Suarez, in the men's doubles, he was...
And another successful challenge, yeah.
Well, his partner was missing returns of the first and second serve. It was very frustrating for Jamie. Not trying to do too much, Jamie Murray, with this ball. Easy to try and snap it with a bit of power, but he just finessed into the open court, made McHale stretch to the max.
And now 2 break points. Actually 3. That's 1 gone. I say 3 because if they get to deuce once again, we'll have a deciding point. And if it gets to that, it's gender to gender. So McHale would serve to Mattek-Sands, but not yet. First, it's 30-40. So here it is.
Deciding point.
The deciding point. And again, it was McHale and Harrison 6-0 in deciding points in the quarterfinals.
And a decision for McHale. Does she go with the same type of serve that she just sent down to save break point?
And does Christian Harrison move on the return? He did. And Mattek-Sands sends the return wide and a hold for McHale and Harrison. And we're on serve in the first in the mixed doubles semifinal. On serve, first set, mixed doubles semifinal. Bethanie Mattek-Sands will serve. Her partner, Jamie Murray. Both of them former world number 1s in doubles.
Defending champion, Jamie, from last year.
Yeah, with Martina Hingis.
That was a
swan song.
Yeah, great partnership. Whoever chose the other did extremely well.
Hingis was such a fantastic doubles player to watch.
Full stop. Yep. A player in the true form of singles, doubles, and mixed.
Talk about a player. How about the hands from Mattek-Sands? That was terrific.
And it's a point like that, just her ability. She's not frightened of the ball being struck firmly at her either. I mean, in top flight mixed doubles, the gal's got to be ready for the ball to be struck right at her.
Well, as we saw in the last game, she's not afraid of pegging the net man. Christian Harrison, she went right at him.
Yep.
But I think anyone who's been around tennis for any period of time knows that Bethanie Mattek-Sands is not a shrinking violet.
She doesn't shy away from situations like that.
No, not at all. On or off the court, I mean, absolute. Her personality is outgoing to the hilt.
It's colorful.
No, she's
just like the clothing.
And she's done some great TV work in the United States with Tennis Channel and with ESPN. She's got a career ahead of her off the court, but she's still working at it and trying to get back to where she once was, and that was the top women's doubles player in the world. That's a big return from Christina McHale, and we're at 30-all. First sign of trouble for Mattek-Sands today on serve. And there's Jamie Murray controlling the middle of the court.
Yes, and that was a problem for him earlier today in the men's doubles because he's accustomed to looking for the middle. He was playing against two singles players that actually had the ability to use the doubles alley. That was their general shot direction.
Mattek-Sands holds for 2-all in the first set. Each player has held serve once. So we'll start it right back up again with Christian Harrison. But this is grandstand and the semifinals of the mixed doubles of the U.S. Open. And remember, you can stay connected to the U.S. Open on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open. Harrison's backhand clips to the top of the net and sails long.
This is where they bet on themselves. They trust their instincts. Jamie Murray and Bethanie Mattek, they move forward. That's where their power position is. Let's see if Bethanie can just make the return and move forward.
Well, that is the first double fault of the match. And love 30. That was some good hands from Jamie Murray, and Christina McHale looked like she couldn't decide if she wanted to volley that or try to get her racket out of the way.
Let's see if we... Oh, that's Jamie Murray's reactions.
15-14.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was loud, huh?
That high five. Yeah. Mama, don't slap so hard.
I think there was a little frustration in that high five because Bethanie had it lined up.
Give me another chance here.
But I would think Bethanie would be just the kind of player you'd want to play with. No fear, accomplished, and no fear, you know, just she's going to go for it with you.
Well, the value of the partners that I played with in mixed doubles, that they instinctually wanted to be up at net.
Just missed it. So we come back to a deciding point again. Second one of the match. The first one won by McHale and Harrison. And now it's deciding point on Harrison's serve. So he'll be serving to Jamie Murray. And a break. The first break of the match goes to Murray and Mattek-Sands. They'll serve up 3-2 in the first set after the change. There's Jamie Murray and Bethanie Mattek-Sands. Jamie Murray's going to serve. They just picked up the first break of serve of this match. Breaking Christian Harrison's serve for 3-2 in the first. That's exactly what you were talking about earlier. Jamie Murray had a decision to make on where to hit a volley, and he went right at Christina McHale.
Yeah, from the very first ball, that volley that he had, it wasn't going to be going back to Christian, who could accelerate much more powerfully than Christina McHale. Less danger going to McHale.
That's the best point of the match so far.
And the teamwork, Russell. Just see here them blending. In comes Bethanie. That's a very good volley by her. It's got a lot of depth, and then she calls nice and early for Jamie to take care of that overhead.
And Christian Harrison rips a winner. Murray and Mattek-Sands had taken control of the net, but sometimes the passing shots are just too strong, and that was one of those times.
Well, notice where the forehand goes, Russell. It's not down the middle. Jamie and Bethanie are kind of closing. They're trying to clog the middle because that's where most players will look towards. That's their safety shot down the middle. Christian wise enough going cross court.
And that's a break consolidated. Murray holds for 4-2 in the first. And hard to argue with the play of Christina McHale. She was just outplayed. She was moving forward.
Yeah, she was.
But she wasn't going to win a volley battle, really, with Jamie Murray or Bethanie Mattek-Sands.
I think just trying to look at the draw that Christina and Christian have experienced so far, that might not have come up against two excellent doubles players like Jamie and Bethanie. And even though Jamie loses that point, he still is trying to do the right thing and keep it away from Christian. Christian earned that point there. Christina better be ready that she's going to get a lot of balls coming at her from Jamie Murray today.
And she knows that going in, though.
Yes, I mean, Christian, he knows, I think, his doubles as well.
Christian and Ryan had a fine tournament in the men's doubles draw, got to the round of 16.
Yeah, they mentioned earlier that I watched them play in their very first US Open, and they were electric on the court. I loved the style, the passion that they played with. And of course, Christian going through his unfortunate off-court experiences that precluded them from actually building on that start back in 2012. But this year they captured some of that form once again.
Oh, terrific hands all around. Christian with the nice reflex volley, but Jamie Murray's hands were still out in front of him, was able to put the next ball away. Sometimes when you nail someone, you're almost not ready for it to come back. He was ready. Still 40-15. So McHale holds, but Mattek-Sands and Murray still up a break in the first. Bethanie Mattek-Sands will serve up 4-3 in the first set of this mixed doubles semifinal. She and her partner Jamie Murray exchanging information before Bethanie steps to the line. We've got some new balls. That's well done.
So it was, and a sign that she's not panicking. She really has to stretch forward for that, but she makes sure that she doesn't overplay. Sometimes that less is more sentence. Very operative on that last point.
15.
It was a big opportunity for Christina McHale.
And a great angle we had there behind the court. You could see the ball just cutting back into the body of McHale. She got her shoulders through, but left the racket behind. The ball ended up towards Jamie Murray.
Oh, Christian, you could see on his face, he felt like he hit that ball clean. But right into the net. And now a game point for 5-3 in the first. And there it is from 15-30 down. 3 straight points for the game, and now Christian Harrison will serve to try to stay in the first set. And it was Harrison who was broken his last service game. That's the difference so far. Two first serves in play and 2 points, and that's sort of been the story of McHale and Harrison so far. They're winning most of their points on first serve, but they're really struggling off the second serve. Not that time, though.
It's a heavy forehand. Some pace, plenty of rotation, and it pulls Jamie Murray off the court.
And a big first serve from Christian Harrison. So McHale and Harrison hold. Mattek-Sands and Murray will try to serve out the first set after they change sides. 5-4 first set. Jamie Murray will step to the line and try to serve out the first set of this mixed doubles semifinal on grandstand. With that overhead shot tells the story of these two teams a little bit. Mattek-Sands and Murray playing I formation with Mattek-Sands real low to the net. And then you have McHale and Harrison playing back, both of them. And it just sort of, that explains these two teams in a way. An ace and a big first serve, and quickly out to a 30-love lead. 2 points from the first set for Jamie Murray and Bethanie Mattek-Sands. And now 3 set points. Amazing that Mattek-Sands and Murray weren't seeded in this event, because that's because of their combined ranking. But still, I mean, one of the most dangerous teams you're going to find in mixed doubles. No?
Right, right. Jamie Murray still retains that strong ranking. So much for Bethanie, comeback trail.
And strong to the body and a knockout blow for the first set. Murray and Mattek-Sands take it 6-4.
Second set, Harrison serve. Wait, please. Thank you.
Oh, that's some smart play, some good defense from Jamie Murray, and then going right back to Christina McHale, who just couldn't put the ball away.
Do you think Christina thought maybe that Jamie was wearing a skirt?
Yeah, right here, right? He went right at him.
Like 4 times she went back to Jamie, and Bethanie is on the baseline.
That might speak more to lack of experience than anything.
Probably. You know, and Christian, might have to just, Bethanie was in a more defensive position there.
See, that's where the familial stuff gets a little weird, because he has to go to his sister-in-law and tell her. You might want to hit to the other side of the court. But that's a hold for Harrison and McHale. Down a set, up 1-love in set number 2 as they change ends.
Well, it's like playing in a pro-am. Sometimes you'll play with an amateur, but they get a rise out of trying to go towards the pro. Keep the point going just to test out the quality of shots.
Yeah, but this isn't a pro-am.
No, no, and Jamie really is one of the better. I mean, we've seen it several times here in this match. He just is able to get himself into position, redirect the ball back to Christina. He's got great hands, and he loves getting to the net.
Again, they're testing. It worked there, but they're testing Jamie.
But this was a solid backhand. You can see how low it was over the net.
Yeah.
Tremendous backhand by McHale. Now, see if she can possibly get the return over here. Great job.
Terrific return right at the toes of Jamie Murray.
And off the shoulders as well. Not easy. So now it's really the obligation for Christian to see if he can get the ball back into play. You just, rather than go for a wild winner here, go with the odds. Get the ball back in and see if you can get a weak reply from Mattek-Sands and Murray.
For service.
Looks like Bethanie wants to talk it over again. Recharge, restart the whole process. They know this is a big moment. Well, that was a terrific return from Christian, and McHale kind of got caught in no man's land.
And good to see Christina go over to Christian and say, you know, good return. You know, just to provide that boost, support.
So from love 30 all the way back to 30 all. Similar spot we saw on Bethany's serve last time. Love 30 and, you know, reeled off 4 straight points. They're halfway home. Oh, nice misdirection from Christina. Just held her racket out and turned it at the last moment.
And where was Jamie Murray?
He was moving.
He was moving in
the wrong direction.
Yeah, to cover Bethanie, because he thought that this shot would be going over her head, possibly. Sneakily done by McHale.
And the break to McHale and Harrison to go up 2-love in the second.
Second set.
Well, that was spirited play by McHale and Harrison. McHale doing a fine job there, making some quality returns.
Christina McHale finds the seam, and boy, her game has really picked up in the last few games. Since the start of this first set. So the last 2 games, Christina McHale has really stepped it up. She and Christian Harrison are going to want to ride that wave as long as they can. That little move from Jamie Murray to the center of the court put a little more pressure on Christina McHale to come up with something better. She pulled it wide.
Well, look, without trying to be overly critical, that was always going to be a tough volley for Bethanie to make. Maybe go with the odds and push it back deep.
That time, Christina McHale went at Bethanie Mattek-Sands, and it's game point for McHale and Harrison. So Harrison and McHale hold on, consolidate the break, and it's 3-love in set number 2. Murray and Mattek-Sands lead 1 set to love. So Bethanie Mattek-Sands and Jamie Murray won the first set 6-4, but it's Christina McHale and Christian Harrison, brother-in-law and sister-in-law, the team who are up a break in set number 2. This is Bethanie Mattek-Sands to serve at love 3.
Russell, you said that Christina McHale certainly started to light the court up in the early stages of set 3, and it's momentum, and Christian taking it up the line past Jamie Murray. They want to keep this momentum swing in their favor now.
And certainly, I would think Christina McHale would feel like pretty comfortable in the backhand-to-backhand rally with Mattek-Sands. She pushed Mattek-Sands back, and Christian's able to cut it off quickly to love 30. Second return winner of the game for Christian Harrison, who goes down the line once, this time an inside-out backhand, and it's love 40, break points for a 4-love lead.
One saved. Let's see if Jamie elects to get involved in this one.
Another one saved, and now this break point will go to the ad court, and should they save that one, we'll go right back to the same side in the deciding point. Break point number 3 here.
Not won a point on their second serve in this set.
Out.
Okay, so we're going to get a chase review. This could be the break. Carlos Ramos overruled that from the far side. Bethanie Mattek-Sands certainly felt like it was out, and she was right as well. So was Carlos Ramos. And now it's a deciding point. And a big return from McHale. And a second break this set for Christina McHale and Christian Harrison as they take a 4-love lead. Down 1 set to love in this semifinal matchup here on Grandstand. And USOpen.org is your online home to watch or listen to matches in real time. Follow match scores with near live highlights. Dig deeper into the key stats and more. Visit the official tournament site. It's USOpen.org.
15.
Big smiles from Christina McHale, who got pegged by Jamie Murray.
Yeah. You know,
It
look,
happens.
Jamie wasn't. The intent was to go in that direction, but clearly not to strike her. And Christina, you can just see that she's backing away. She's not on her toes.
We talked about communication. That was a little bit of a communication breakdown. Christina McHale put it in the middle, and both Jamie Murray and Bethanie Mattek-Sands went hard for it.
Who did hit it?
That's going to be a question for all time. No one will ever know. Oh, Christian Harrison saw Jamie Murray move. Maybe a little too much sweat on the hands. 30 all. Now points for a 5-love lead.
Great job.
There it is. 5-love to McHale and Harrison in set number 2. Murray and Mattek-Sands still with the set in hand here in the semifinals on Grandstand. The mixed doubles semifinals rolls on. Second set action. Christina McHale and Christian Harrison with 2 breaks in hand. Up 5-love on Murray and Mattek-Sands. It'll be Jamie Murray to serve to try to stay in the second set and force a match tiebreak. Russ Taylor and Mark Woodford on the call on a hot day in New York City. It's a nice close by Mattek-Sands.
Certainly was. Just take a look at this camera angle. She goes out after it. A couple of the volleys that have caused her some trouble is that she's hasn't sighted it early enough, and she's been on her haunches more or less.
30.
You've been outside walking around today?
I have.
Notice how?
I just stopped sweating about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It is warm.
For serve.
Another reason for ideal scoring, that format, mixed doubles.
Yeah, we'll go to a match tiebreak if McHale and Harrison are able to close out this set. That's first team to 10 points, winning by 2 takes the match.
Yep.
Quickly out to a 40-love lead. They haven't won the set yet. And Mattek-Sands and Murray hold to pick up their first game win of the second set.
And it's such a move that your person up at net, Christian Harrison in this instance, he's trying to time it at the point of contact. Not going to be perfect every time. Left a fraction early, allowing Murray to bend it up the line.
And that time Mattek-Sands just beat Harris into the spot because he was going that way.
Yeah,
that was power.
That was a real drive. That forehand wing.
Oh, that's so nice. Power and touch. Three break points now. 4 break points, actually. And a double fault from Christina McHale. Second of the match, and it's 5-2 in the second set. Mattek-Sands and Murray will serve once again to stay in the second set after the change. Christina McHale and Christian Harrison down a set, but up 5-2 in the second set in this mixed doubles semifinal. Bethanie Mattek-Sands will serve at 2-5 in the second set with her partner Jamie Murray.
So just not enough on it from Bethanie at second serve. Christian makes a solid return. He doesn't redline it, but it's a high quality return. It's that opening point.
Oh, and Christina felt she had it. You could see the look on her face after she hit it. Murray was moving, but clipped the tape. So it's 15 all.
First service.
Hesitation from Bethanie, but how well did Christina McHale measure this up? And she can see as well that Bethanie is closing the net down. Jamie is getting closer as well. Well done.
Mrs. Mattek-Sands.
And now Christina McHale with a big forehand return. McHale's big strokes seem to come in bunches. And this was big.
Well, yeah, she had a burst of clean strikes to go up 3, help her team go up 3 love.
First set point erased. 2 more coming. It's 30-40 as we just passed the hour mark in this match. That's a big first serve from Bethanie Mattek-Sands, and they'll have at it one more time from the ad court. This is the deciding point. It doubles as a third set point for McHale and Harrison. And a double fault to end the set from Bethanie Mattek-Sands. So Christina McHale and Christian Harrison have won the second set and forced a match tiebreaker for a spot in the mixed doubles final at the US Open. You have these four players, Mark Woodford, Russ Thaler on the call. Mark, of these four players, who's the wild card?
I think Christina McHale. I mean, she really contributed heavily to her team winning that second set.
First mini break goes to Mattek-Sands and Murray. Jamie Murray serving at 1-love. Tell you something, Christina McHale is on fire at the moment.
Sensational return. Because she gets Jamie Murray out wide, takes a bit of time for him to recover back into the middle and splits them.
Right to the service line, the ball was called in.
All right, so we have a chase review on a serve right down the middle, and it just caught the outside of the line for an ace.
Okay, so first bite or ability to strike for Murray and Mattek-Sands here on McHale's serve.
Murray wanted to get it on the first ball. McHale was able to find the edge, but not the second time.
Yeah, he kind of crowding there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And now it'll be interesting to see if Christian tries to, do something behind this serve.
That's well done to get back for the overhead and then gather himself and get up before that ball dropped too low below the net. But still, Mattek-Sands and Murray have edged in front in the match tiebreak. Remember, we're playing to 10. That's well done from Christina McHale. I mean, Jamie Murray, he's a former US Open mixed doubles champion from back in '07 with Jelena Jankovic. And also Wimbledon and US Open mixed doubles champ in 2017. We mentioned that before. Mattek-Sands, a 5-time Grand Slam doubles titleist and 2 times in mixed doubles as well. They are the more experienced and more celebrated and decorated of the teams, but there is nothing between them right now. Match tiebreak, 3-all.
It's still very close. See, Murray unhappy that he didn't win that point. He tried to get it around McHale, over the top of her. She had the answers. This will be a tough second serve for Bethanie.
On another inside-out backhand return winner from Christian Harrison.
Okay, Harrison.
And this is really the first time that McHale and Harrison have had an opportunity to extend a lead in this match tiebreak.
First lead that they've had in the match, I think.
I think you're right.
Apart from holding in the very first game.
Oh, yeah.
Bethanie doing an excellent job. Just getting the return back. It doesn't have to be brilliant, but she's forcing her way to net, and that's where they play some of their best tennis, these two.
And that was so well done from Jamie Murray. And just like that, they take both points off the Christian Harrison serve to Mattek-Sands and Murray, and now they have the advantage. Although, to be fair, serving doesn't seem to have been much of an advantage.
This might go back and forth a few times yet, Russell. And we're going to enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. I'm already enjoying it. And there's Christina McHale putting some heat behind those backhands, and we're at 5-all. Halfway home for somebody to win this match tiebreak and advance to the final of the mixed doubles, but who's it going to be?
These nets here at the US Open, they are pulled so tightly across, and quite often you'll see the ball just sits up nicely, this time for Mattek-Sands.
So Christina McHale able to get a first serve down the tee. Christian Harrison knocks off the overhead, and we're going to change sides at 6-all in the match tiebreak.
Well delivered. Getting Bethanie stretched so she's already off balance. And the closer we get to the finishing line, Russell, the more important that first serve by all players in this match. Give them a little advantage in the point.
Oh, Christian Harrison with some terrific hands, but try to maybe put a little too much on that volley. And Mattek-Sands and Murray have once again edged in front.
So it looks like they're going to take the kind of the I formation. Bethanie moves a little further out wide, but I would think that Jamie is going to be doing a lot of movement here.
And a huge first serve from Bethanie Mattek-Sands. And now it's 8-6. Two points from a spot in the final, and there goes the racket. Oh, and Jamie Murray with maybe the move of the match.
Well, it's almost like he's gone so far across, and there's the racket head is dropped Almost has to hit it behind his volley there.
And he put it in the perfect spot. So match points. 1 saved.
Mattek-Sands winning. Mattek-Sands winning.
Closes the gap.
Third match point coming. Now there's no deciding point in the match tiebreak. You have to win by 2. That might be cruel and unusual if you get to 9-all.
Right. Oh, Jamie.
He'd like to finish it right here.
You betcha. Serving down to McHale.
And that's exactly what he does. McHale returns wide. Jamie Murray and Bethanie Mattek-Sands in a match tiebreak take out Christina McHale and Christian Harrison to reach the US Open mixed doubles final.